Hello, to bring you back. If you're watching this, then it worked with the video editing. So I'm going to be putting my carbs back together. There's the all the bits to go back in. I'm going to give them another clean out, and onwards and outwards. Right, well here we go. I'm all set up for action. Not going to film doing it. There's lots of very good videos on YouTube of stripping and rebuilding carbs. So I'm going to throw these back together and see you in a bit. They're back together. How can you need that much stuff just to put some carb bits in? Anyway, I'm keeping the old bits. Been down that road before. Yeah, keeping them just in case. Oh, time for a brew, I think. Right, just need to put them in the bike now. I've set all the pilot screws to 1 3/4 turns out from seated, as per the Haynes manual. One of them was actually slightly too far out, which happened to be number 3 carb, strangely enough. So there's a couple of little things there that all lead into that carb. So anyway, I've set them all as per the manual. That's the idle pilot screws, sorry. I've set all the butterflies idle gaps to 0.05 millimeter gap. They're all set the same. I didn't set them, I checked them, they're all the same. Normally I set them with a feeler gauge, which I've done, but I didn't have to set them, they were already set. So they're checked. When it's on the bike, I will run it with the tank off, and I will do a vacuum balance on the carbs as well. Reluctantly, I hate balancing carbs vacuum. I like to do it mechanically, but anyway, so I've ordered a carb balancer kit, because my carb balancer kit is at the same place as my compression tester, engine hoist, all. Yeah, I can't go and get anything because of lockdown. Oh, and because I can't drive because of my head. Anyway, I'm trying out my new, I say new, 6 months old safety glasses that I got for work. I got them for work and I haven't been to work since, but I'm just thought I'd test them out while I'm doing this. They're okay, I can see, but they're a bit, for safety glasses you'd think they'd be bigger area. These are varifocal, so I've got long distance at the top and up close reading at the bottom. But my normal glasses that I got, 2 for the price of 1, must be that much bigger. So it's a bit strange for work glasses, but like I say, I haven't been at work for 5 months, so I haven't been able to try them. But I need these to see all the bits and pieces. Anyway, back in a bit, something else. Right, everything's back together as far as I can tell. Had a bit of trouble with the throttle, even though I thought I was being clever leaving the throttle cables on it. One of them decided to fall off the end, so I had to fish around in there for a bit. Anyway, I think everything's back where it should be. I've blanked off the vacuum that goes to the fuel tap with a bolt and some tape, because I'm just going to run it on prime. I didn't have a lot of fuel hose. Luckily I had a spare fuel filter which enables me to see that the fuel's flowing, so that's my excuse for that bodge up. So now I just need to start it, hopefully, fingers crossed. Sorry. Well, it started. It's cold, so the idle's sat about 800. Gonna let it warm up, get it off choke, adjust the idle knurled nut at the bottom to about 1100, and then we'll get the temperature probe out and see if there's any difference. And then later, when my vacuum gauges come, we'll balance the carbs as well. But at least it started and runs, so that's a bonus. Okay, it's thermometer time. I didn't need to adjust the tick over screw. She's idling at 1000, 1100. Right, let's have a look. Well, there you go, no change. So valve clearances are fine, compression is fine, carbs stripped and checked, rebuilt. Every possible check I can think of I've done on them. So yeah, so it's still 20 degrees. 20, now the wind's blowing. Still 20 degrees lower on cylinder number 3. So I shall wait for the vacuum balance kit to come. Of course I need to calibrate the gauges because there'll be cheap ones, so I need to calibrate them, but I haven't got any T-pieces or Y-pieces. Got plenty of hose, but I ain't got any connectors, so I can connect them all up to a vacuum and adjust the gauges. Oh well, good fun. So anyway, once I get the carbs synced, if it's still running 20 degrees lower on number 3, that's it. Nothing else I can do. Could throw 200 quid at some new coils just in case one side of one of the coils happens to be not quite right. Could swap the coils round and see if it moves the issue to a different cylinder, but it runs okay. It don't run as nice now as it did before I stripped the carbs. Anyway, be back in a bit with the next. I'm doing this all in one video, if the video editor works. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, you know when you're testing a bike, good idea to have the fuel turned on. For some reason, between starting it, I'd turn the fuel off because it's on prime. And so the last time I just checked the temperatures, the fuel was off. So it was starting to starve. And I was messing around with the main idle speed screw. And I lost one cylinder. I lost cylinder number 2. And I thought, what's going on now? I've lost a cylinder. Is there a spark problem? Cylinder number 2's gone down. And I knew that because the thermometer was it was stone cold on number 2. So anyway, I was messing about, pulled the plug out, pulled the lead out, shortened the lead 10mm, redid the connections, put it all back in, and then I started it up again. It started running faster and faster and faster. So I turned it off and thought, fuel starvation. The leaner it gets, the faster it's going to run. So I checked the tank. Of course, the fuel was turned off. So I turned the fuel back on, got the float bowls primed, and now I've got the cylinder 1 and 4, the outside two, are running about 10 degrees hotter than 2 and 3, the inside two. Which is odd because the inside cylinders normally run hotter than the outside, but they're steady. 2 and 3 are one temperature and 1 and 4 are another temperature. So number 3 appears to have lost its low temperature on its own. So I've had to run it for a bit and checked all the plugs and plug wires and everything. But that's about all I can do now because this carb balancing kit it's Amazon. It's coming between 6 and 10 tonight, so I guess I'm gonna have to put this all away and do the actual carb balance tomorrow, which is a good idea because I can do it. I've had enough. I've been on this, it's 3 o'clock now. I've been on it since 10 this morning, so I've had 5 hours on it. It's starting to annoy me, so I'll put it all away and I'm ready basically to do the balance tomorrow, and I'll do that as a separate video because that should be fun. So peace and love. I've been Springy, and if you see this video, means I've sorted out an app for my phone for editing, so we'll see. Cheers. See you tomorrow for the carb balance session. Cheers. See you later.